What's going on, agents? Biz here, and we have another Division 2 build video. Today, we're going to take a look at some really riveting stuff. This stuff is the only thing you need to stay alive in PvE or PvP. Of course, talking about armor kits. What? Yep, as any agent who doesn't want to be that guy who goes down, we can all agree armor kits are important in any capacity. In this video, we'll go over a talent that will efficiently get you back in the fight and then some, with a build that I had a lot of fun testing. As always, if you're new here or you've been around since the Dark Ages, you are welcome here. This channel will be nothing without you guys engaging and enjoying the content. I also want to shout out Sean Clark for getting back to me last video and taking my challenge of making a system corruption disruption build. Great job, buddy, and way to rise to the challenge of handling business. If you haven't already though, today is a great day to hit that subscribe button or even just leave a comment to let us know you're there. Those things may not seem like much, but they really help the channel tremendously. While you guys take care of that, let's sit back, crack a cool Liquid Death tall boy, and get down to it. Okay, so for those who have been in the Division franchise, two of the big changes from day one of Division 2 were the way armor replenishment was handled, and specializations. These two changes brought new challenges and a way to build around a somewhat focused skill tree. Fast forward to right now, and we have 6 dedicated specializations, and each of these have a unique way of doing things. From the Explosive Demolitionist to the Skilled Menace of Technician, these skill trees allow you a further method of customization in endgame. One thing in each of these specializations are variants to the traditional armor kit. These specialized armor kits grant different buffs and timed bonuses to your healing. I'd go a little more in depth with these, but rather than that, comment below which armor kit you find the most useful for which activities. Personally, I've become a little impartial to the weapon handling bonus from Demolitionist, but I'll shut up and not sway you guys. So you may be asking yourself, Biz, we know how armor kits work. This is nothing riveting, as you previously stated. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you did promise a rivet. And to that, I say thank goodness you stuck around, because here we go with that rivet. So in chatting with you guys in the comments, I was turned on to a gear talent that I have rarely seen used. I think it's due to the Unbreakable talent being a better restorative talent, but in testing this, I've had a lot of fun breaking out of that Unbreakable comfort zone. And I think you will too. The talent we're going to look at today is Efficient. Now this chest talent will give you a 50% chance not to consume your armor kit. If that sweet RNG on your armor kits isn't enough, Efficient will also buff your specialization armor kit bonus by 100% in PvE and 50% in PvP. To put this into perspective, if you look at our favorite specialization, Demolitionist, you will get 60% weapon handling for 15 seconds on replacement of armor kit. Also, you run a 50-50 shot of not consuming the kit. Neat, says I. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a biz video if I wasn't going to set up a really dirty build that I've been having fun using in heroic missions and the DZ. A word of warning, though. This build is not recommended for the raid or conflict. I only say this because in that content, you'll start with only 2 armor kits. And should your RNG be terrible, those 2 armor kits will be gone very, very quick. So this build is set up on a firewall specialization. We go with this mainly for the extracellular matrix mesh armor kit. That's a lot of words. I think this may be the best synergy with Efficient, and you will get 400% armor and 400% health over 10 seconds. I mean, if you ever wanted to know what Hugh Jackman has been feeling during his masterwork as Wolverine in the X-Men franchise, well, this would be your chance. Going into the overview of the build, we see a 3 blue, 3 red core setup with a 75-25 split in red and blue attributes. Those attributes are rolled to crit hit chance and crit hit damage and armor regen per second to pump that regen up. Gear bonuses, we're getting them from 3 pieces of Silklov Concern, which will grant bonuses to SMG damage, crit hit chance, and damage. We have 1 piece of Bellstone Armory for a bonus to armor regen, and we also have 1 piece of Fenris for additional AR damage. We'll round out the gear bonus overview with a named Murakami knee pad, the Emperor's Guard. Now, while you get skill duration here, the more important bonus you get from this is the extra 1% armor regen. I actually subbed this piece out to see the difference, and without the Emperor's Guard, armor regen sits around 22,000 armor per second. With that extra 1% armor regen, This setup jumps to about 36,000 armor regen per second before the armor regen from the specialization armor kit. I mean, that's not too shabby. Moving into the chest and backpack talents, we arrive at efficient, of course. We actually are lucky enough to have a named piece with perfectly efficient. Now this will boost the chance of getting your armor kit back from 50% to 75%. So really good odds on getting an armor kit back. Also, more chances that you're going to be able to continue to chain that regen from the armor kit. You'll be running around just eating all the damage. Absolutely filthy. Now with all this talk of regen, on the backpack, we really need to get the damage back. And to do that, we're going to go with the versatile talent there. Now we covered this talent in the Striker video I posted a few weeks ago. I'll go ahead and link that above. But to sum up, swap weapons that are different, you get amp damage. Landing at weapons, we're switching between a Fall SA-58 Para with Measured and a named MPX, the Apartment. Now the Apartment is as close to the house as we're ever going to get in Division 2. It comes loaded with Perfectly Measured, where rate of fire is increased and damage is decreased in the top half of the mag, and vice versa on the bottom mag. Overall, I really like leaning all the way into Measured on both guns, both the Apartment and that heavy hitting Fall. Running the numbers, we saw sizable damage on both sides of the magazine, topping out around 640 to 650,000 crits on the back magazine of each gun. This weapon talent has always been a favorite of mine, and for really good reason. Rounding out this build are the skills, and for this, we're going to stay away from the shields. I feel like this build will be great with a Striker shield though, as you'll get that from the Firewall specialization, and you'll get added weapon damage. I'm still a recovering shieldaholic though, so we're going to go in a different direction. We ultimately land on the Riot Foam Chem Launcher. Now this will keep the enemy immobilized for enough time for you to get up close and drain them of health. This will come in handy when you get a door spawn in PvE, or even when you need to slow down a rogue in the Dark Zone. It's really good talent, kind of underutilized. For the other skill, you can flex to your liking. Personally, if I want to relapse, I may put the Striker shield here. For PvE though, a Revive Hive is also a really good call, and for me usually a must. Looking at all the pieces of the setup, we are going to be a regenerative mutant on the field of battle. 400% armor regen for 10 seconds? Absolutely dirty. How it's in the game? Don't know. Don't care. But I am glad it's here. I'm excited to test this out in PvP a little more, but it handles heroic content just fine. And I am here for that energy. That's going to wrap things up here today. I hope you enjoyed checking this build out. Again, if you were setting this build up, let me know in the comments which specialization you think would benefit most from Efficient. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and join in on all the fun. We're getting better together on this channel and want you along for the ride. I'll catch you all next time. Biz out.